architect, and we do this profession, which is a profession which has to be invented every day more, as a kind of a mix between producing something for clients, inventing something, experimenting something for ourselves, or being together with other people, trying to all together invent other ways. So this means that we have a studio based in Barcelona, but also in Shanghai, and also a place which we call Foundation, which is a place where we have more this kind of educational, cultural, investigational aspect, and we try to keep both things together. Well, we started our way of doing architecture in our studio with a fantastic architect who was Rick Miralles. In the studio we have now, we all have a kind of love for him. And I think he brought us to be very much experimental and also very open and very much trying to make always a place better as you have found it. This seems very easy to say, but actually it's not so easy. And if you really have this kind of intention as an architect, you're really trying to make something which is special and very determined. So you try to make, with your acting or with the transformation you are asked to do, something which is better for the people, better for the life around, but also better for the surrounding. You know? Sometimes the architects, we think that architecture, books, things which usually you think they are inanimated, they actually have a soul, and so we relate with them as with something which is alive. So this is our way of acting, and we always try, whenever we do something, that we maybe could make the place better as it was before. Well, if I think of technology, I start to realize that I have an age, really, because when we started in university, it was kind of incredible to have a computer, and we were all drawing by hands, and little by little the technology had been entering in our profession, and it has been transformed in such an incredible way. And it's still doing. First of all, we were architects of a place, you know. It was nearly impossible to consider the possibility of working in another place. And now this is something so overcome. But it's recent. It's kind of interesting to think that this is something very recent, that the architect is an architect of everywhere. Now we think it's normal that we are working in Spain. Of course, we're based in Spain, but in France, in Germany, in Italy, in China, in Taiwan, in many places which are not near. And technology is providing that, and you immediately forget, whenever you have it, that this was a difficulty only a little before. So many other things are happening in terms of technology, which are opening up ways of doing and changing our profession. And I believe that internet, for example, it's a simple tool, but it's making a big change also in the capacity of relating our figurative results to something which is maybe near to the place you're doing, or a type of culture you want to investigate more. So internet is entering more and more. And I don't know how it will change, but I am sure that this capacity of algorithm, of a computer, of something that was not available before, can also help us in kind of finding results. No, it's kind of scary, but also incredible. No? You have the mind of the client, the surrounding of the place, and you could put all these things together and have a result which is nearly not drawn by your hand. No? It's coming out. So in a way, it's intriguing. It's scary, it's fantastic. And in order to do that, we now do something similar, but we do it by hand, because we do a lot of collage. And collage is more or less kind of interpreting by physical support something which the digital world is providing us. Pieces of realities from many different places. Cities are a place where human beings are attracted towards. So it seems that in the future it will be even more so. So we will have something like 80% of the world population concentrated into cities. And this obliges all of us who thinks about the future world to investigate more and more. And in principle, we are trying to make a city as comfortable and as fantastic as the natural world. And this is a big aim, a big effort that we are all doing, and you have to take into consideration so many things. So this is a big study. We are doing a lot of competitions about new pieces of cities, big quarters, sometimes new cities in themselves. And it's really, you have to have so many knowledges together that it means that the architects, we cannot work alone. We always have to have at our side some other specialists in water, specialists in energy, specialists in traffic, specialists in relationship among people. And we have to try to put everything together in order to provide a result which is similar to the best natural environment. And this is to be worked all the time, because cities are becoming bigger and bigger. You know, we have now in Europe cities which 2 million people, like Barcelona, very relaxed, or maybe 10 million peoples, but then in the world we start to have 20 million peoples and maybe more. And this is, you know, something that we have never experimented as a human community. I think people is always the center for our point of view. When we design thinking at people, thinking at the human being and how the human being can feel well in the spaces we design. And of course, you have to give a lot of importance to the fact that design, architecture, urban space is influencing in a subtle way, but also in a very direct way, the behavior of people. And this is really very clearly trying to change the attitude or the social situation of the city itself. So communication and also the quality of the spaces are so important in the result of the behavior of the population. So in a way we are going towards big cities and incredible possibilities of knowing everything and connecting, but I'm sure we will discover the small communities or the group of friends or the small groups which is giving strength. And I don't know how it will be, but I'm sure we will kind of rediscover this kind of tribe, even if the tribe is kind of interconnected. I'm one of the people trying to investigate this. I didn't find a solution, but I think we are all trying to find that, you know, a kind of our human equilibrium among this incredible connectivity that now we have.